no doubt.
All right, all about love. Microphone check 1 2. Ew, ew, ew. I am recording with a very awesome individual who found my work on YouTube. I'm grateful for that. And so, my brother, if you want to just give a little resume about yourself and the things that you've done and how you woke up, that would be great. And I leave it to you.
All right. Well, I guess it started as like when I was a little kid. I never really like got into the whole religious thing. My mom was a nun, so my whole family was very Catholic, and I stopped going to church when I was like 16, and I started doing a lot of research. I started out, I was a personal trainer, and then when I was about 26, I got my first numerology reading, and it said some pretty fucking crazy things that I was like, how the fuck does it know this? Like, the next cycle of my life is going to be the worst, which it turned out to be. I got the disease called CRPS, and that's when I got into kind of like Buddhism and shit like that, and Reiki, and I was able to like get back on my feet with that healing. Like, my feet are actually kind of fucked up right now. Want to see, they're like fucking like red and fucking all nasty. But you know,
If I could say one thing to you, I made a video dedicated because I have compassion. I also have chronic pain and inflammation, but I made a video to you about the things that, let's just say, in our food, in our water, that I do believe is contributing to us getting sick. So, for example, I'll just get into chlorine gas and the bleach that we use in our households. Are weapons of mass destruction. It's a fact. World War I, Germany used this to poison people. So when we have chlorine pools, and I'm not damning, the intent to be nice. I know that we meant well, but when we were children and we went to the chlorine pool, we didn't go to the lake, the natural river. Every time we did that, I'm not a doctor now. I'm not diagnosing anyone, but it's a fact that breaks down your immune system. And then if you go to baby food and Google it, the federal government is saying 90% of it is lead, mercury, and cadmium. What pisses me off, and there's my little New York accent, what pisses me off is the federal government tells you this, but then they don't outlaw it. They don't be like, that should be illegal. But then if someone's in the trap or in the ghetto and they're trying to get out and they're rapping about killing and doing all this stuff, they're bad, right? Or if it's death metal, or if it's an emo person, or someone suicidal, they're weird, or someone who's gay, or someone who's Arabic is a You see where I'm going here?
Mm-hmm.
So you and I, brother, and I'm going to jump back into also adding into your resume and your musical background, but you and I'm also an MC, dancer, artist. You and I met for a reason, and I'm grateful that you're someone creative and has been in the industry, because there was an industrial revolution. Now, we must slow down and hear what that means in numerology. The letters I and R are 9. IR, Ireland, Iraq, Iran. Your 9 is your Navajos. Nova is 9, and Nova, the star, Scotia. Why am I saying this? It's called patterns. When I freestyle rap, I have a cipher, a circle. Each one is a pattern, yes or no. Each dude or girl rapping, right?
Yeah.
That's how you decode your reality. A rapper, honestly, an MC, to speak your language, or a beat maker, or a video person who's conscious, really deep, and can see symbols, is the most threatening person, I believe, in the galaxy. Now, please.
Want to see my numerology right there?
Yeah, go ahead.
I got a bunch of 9s.
Now, when we talk about
9.
Now,
keys to the universe.
Is it ironic now when I'm battle rapping, I pull out my 9? How many times you've heard the 9mm, dude?
Yeah, well,
right, the 9 milli.
I want to pull up my chart here on the Kabbalistic tree of life. If you take a look at the 357, when you actually put the tree together, like, you get a bunch of the different gun.
Dude, wait a minute. You're psychic, dude. This is our first time talking. You said 357. Those are the prime numbers of my name from 185, homeboy. And you didn't even, and you were just talking freely, dude. We didn't even plan. We're freestyling. Yes or no?
Yep.
Woo! So wait a minute.
Before we talked, we got on here like
this is our
5 minutes ago.
This is our first real chat. Now, just break down your musical background and the artists that you've worked with, and if you don't mind.
Okay. Well, I was partners with War Child out of Philly. He's completely independent, and he's friends with 50 Cent. Actually sponsored his life story, The Price of Fame, and he worked with Styles P, the Ghost, and did a really good song with him and a video. He worked with Slim from 112. And let's see. We made like a documentary called Independence Day. Let's see.
Did you want to promote anything like a video you did, or I know you want to do a podcast? You want to just plug in and promote yourself at all, things and your name and where we can find you?
Really. I mean,
okay, you cool.
I coach people like, one-on-one. Like, I'm not really in it for the money as much. Like, in a few months, me and one of my friends want to have like a retreat and like, have people come out. Oh, here's a scam, like call coming in. Let me just back out. But, like, I figure I'll get my podcast going. Like, I've got my first, like, the interview with NEXT set up for like March. So that's when I plan on like putting that out.
Could you explain who NEXT is for the people watching?
Yeah, he's actually been in the hip hop game for a really long time, and then he left just about the time when I went in, and like I met him just on the internet in talking about like ancient civilizations and stuff like that. And I mean, like, I told him my whole theory on, like, about 6 years ago, I had a theory that, like, Jesus, like, didn't die on the cross, but he got drugged with mandrake root. And that's why he didn't, like, stay up there for that long and blah, blah, blah. It's so stupid now since, like, I don't even think Jesus.
Well, I want to insert something about Jesus and people who are, because it's going to help a lot of
zombie Jesus.
I like that. I'll tell you, there's a big divide even in the truth community. People who are woke, they only believe being a vegan is the way to go, or believing it's a shape of the earth. I think it's the cube in my opinion, and I'm humble. But we have a lot of division, especially with Christians, Catholics, whatever you are. If you're an anarchist too, I love you, but there is something that's a higher intelligence called the sun. It's not plugged in. It's a light. We have a solar plexus. The light is there. So for you Catholics and Christians, I'm going to say this very carefully. When you look in the Bible and you find the morning star is referenced many times, it's also mentioned in the Quran as Al-Tariq. Now, when the morning star is referenced, it mentions Lucifer now, and it mentions the devil. Fact. Now, when we go to Jesus, mentioning that he is the root of David, fact, Bible, Revelations again, the root of David and the morning star, Jesus is calling him or herself, transgender, Venus's morning star, the devil. So if astrology is the devil, if flat earth or ball earth is the devil,
flat earthers are retarded to me.
I'm just saying, if you're a Christian, I'm just saying, if you're a Christian in etymology, I can show you that you are worshiping. And I'm not damning the devil. You need a villain for a hero, people.
Well, in tarot, the devil card is just new beginning.
Yes. And if you look at the people, he has 2 slaves, right? Well, chain slaves, right? The chains are loosely around the neck. They can just take it off. It's a metaphor for you don't have to follow anybody, but you will have people influencing you, whether it's an angel or a devil. It's called Mahadeva. First, pardon me. Mahadeva is the most powerful damn Hindu deity goddess in the universe. Most powerful out of all of them. Deva is devil. Back to deviled eggs now and angel hair pasta. Right. But you Catholics and Christians must know that Jesus, Lucifer, Morning Star, the devil are all the same, and Satan in etymology. If you go to a Bible, why won't you go to a book?
It's all this.
But may I ask you a question though? Is the Bible a book, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but is etymology a book of language too?
Mm-hmm.
But you mean to tell me you wait till Sunday or Saturday?
It's just another way. It's how many times has like civilization fallen for this stupid ass story?
Yes.
Like, we're on like the 7th or 8th resurrection cult. And that's all religions are. They're cults. Fucking bunches of It just gets people to fucking fight against each other. And for the like evangelicals and all like the Christians that hate each other or hate Jews or hate Muslims, like how is that following Jesus?
Now you're psychic. Like, watch me cook. Wait a minute. You're psychic. Watch me cook this. You just mentioned Muslims. Now I'm gonna blow your damn mind.
I'm half Arab.
Oh, okay. All right. You'll love this. You will. I'm okay. I'm definitely now on YouTube. I said I was taking a break, but this is easier for me. I do a lot of physical work, and then I go home and I'm pushing all these buttons, and I have chronic pain. It's a lot of work. So this to me is an easier way, just doing lives. I think it's actually easier to digest what I do by talking to someone like yourself. Now watch this. Today I went outside. I did my little walking handstand thing down the hill, and I filmed it. I'm going to post it on Instagram. So people watching on YouTube, if you want to see my esoteric magic videos, which get low views because we're still believing in a literal Jesus, a literal Allah, and the Easter Bunny. If you want to see those videos, go to my Instagram, rawzen617. It's below the link. Now,
that's where I found you.
I did beautiful. I did the handstand. I go home. I check the link. The link, I shit you not, brother. This is a powerful omen. The link took me to the magician card of the tarot, first of all, and the number was 123603. The link. It took me to the cemetery in Israel, in Tel Aviv. It is the only Muslim cemetery in Israel. Are you kidding me? And it's called Tasso, Tasso, Israel. And there's a cemetery there. And I Googled it, and guess what happened? I found this. Basically, it's a cemetery in which the Arabic people are suing because their graveyards are getting robbed. They're taking their damn tombstones and their bodies away. So people in America are spoiled. We're worried about, I know we have a pandemic. Pan is the goat devil god, so-called. People wake up. They're using the devil for good and bad. All right. So when you look at the poor people in Tel Aviv that are Arabic, we know that they've been suffering, and we've been bombing them and causing war with our tax dollars. I mean, come on, dude. Like, never mind even what you eat and who you screw. And if you're a guru, if you're Hindu, or if you're whatever you call yourself, a light worker. Dude, we all pay taxes, bro. Just pull over and say, hey, you know, I'm a bit fucked up. We curse here. I'm a bit fucked up for that. So maybe I just say I'm sorry, and I acknowledge my Arabic and my Jews and my Afghanistan people. And F Joe Biden. Joe Biden. Okay, we know that they all suck. Yeah, dude. It is. Watch this. Watch this, dude. Didn't Joe Biden say, I'm going to pull the troops out? I'm going to stop the war. They all say this. But he was Obama's damn homie, and Obama bombed Libya, and he droned the hell out of the world. And now Joe Biden just bombed Afghanistan, and he killed 7 children. Google it, people. He killed 7 children and like 10 civilians in Afghanistan today with my tax dollars. And I have the nerve to say what? To mention, talk about, what you believe in, and I'm going to divide. I think a light just came out of my mouth again. I just saw something fly. I'm going to go back and, dude, I'm telling you. By the way, everyone who does not believe in magic, unfriend me and unsubscribe. I love you, If you do not believe in magic, meaning nature and how things just grow out of the ground and change colors, if you're someone who believes that's just a coincidence, please go to a different truther. I love you, but my man listening right now, do you believe in magic?
Yes, I do. I've actually got a fucking old English book on like witchcraft and shit like that. I mean, there's definitely some shit that is unexplainable to some people because the science community, they like to say, you know, if you can't fucking prove it and measure the shit in the lab, then you know it doesn't exist. And I mean, people that believe in religion, it's like, yeah, fucking something's unbelievable, it's a miracle, or fucking if it's bad, it's fucking mysterious. It's just God being fucking mysterious. Like I don't get it. Like just it's like all that shit doesn't even matter because like it's all just astrology and fucking like I mean there's like we just don't understand the light body. I mean the Buddhists and like Hindus like they really get that shit. And like I swear it's like the Jews, Christians, and Muslims are the most retarded out of everyone.
Well, we
And
should be careful with the word retarded. So when
well,
we,
I've always said retarded, and like since I was a kid, you know, like just I call
I know
myself
you mean well.
retarded
No,
all
no.
the time.
But here, listen, dude, I cover all bases. You're living in a gender fluid, pronoun world. We have to just be careful. So we have to be conscious. So when we say this word in music, we're going to now honor this word retard. It's not only one thing. Retard is in music. I believe it means a shift or a change in classical, a retard for the notes of music. So when we're saying these terms, we're only acknowledging really that there are some individuals on earth that just cannot, and I mean cannot, hear the magical octave or the notes of this
Yeah,
vibe
so
of the exactly. And I'll tell you this, a really good healer, in my opinion, or a truther, is one who can share space with someone who does not believe in everything they're saying, but the minute they start talking, they're like, "Yeah, man, I got you. Yeah, and we agree to agree and not disagree. Because agreeing
yeah,
to disagree is what gets the Crips and the Bloods.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Your trailer park and your flavella. You're black against your white. You're white against my mom is your color. And my mom does not want to embrace white culture because white is what? Listen, not everyone that was white was racist and hung black people or killed Indians.
yeah.
Come on, man. It's horrible. So we have to undo the mind control by looking at the words and having compassion and just being careful. So now I'm going to dance with the Arabic and the Jews again. So now I know that you have a certain belief in the shape of the earth. So now I'm going to dance with that by being respectful to you by saying this. When we go to the Kaaba of
Mm-hmm.
Mecca, Kaaba means a cube.
The
Like
hodgepodge.
there you go. A Kabbalah. Hey, watch me cook this. Everything that you love with numerology and tarot,
Mm-hmm.
Kabbalah comes from the Kaaba. The Kaaba is the shape of a cube. Let's go to Hellraiser, who is Pinhead, and that damn black box that he had. And what is Pandora's box? I stop there. Those are Arabic people walking around a cube. When we go to Israel and bless the Jews, those who don't hear us, we still love them, but we're tired of you killing each other. We're tired of you banging your head against a wall and not knowing that's the cube of earth. Now, go to Israel. They have a Tefillin cube on their forehead. It is a cube, yes or no?
Mm-hmm.
Now we have
Mm-hmm.
Ice Cube, the rapper. I slow down now. Pandora's box, Kaaba. We have Cuba, Cube. Watch me. Rubik's Cube. You love that damn game. It's hard as hell. Here's my theory of how the Earth moves. The Earth moves by the human body is moving upon the cube. We can move. Earth is known to be terra, is known to be firm. Terra firma and the law firm. Libra is the law. Statue Liberty is not moving. She's a goddess showing you that you move around her. And lastly, we have a Cuba, cuboid, bone in our foot. Fact, in the five platonic solids, It's a fact. Your math is beautiful. Earth is known as the cube. And for some reason, it becomes a ball as the dodecahedron. So there is a sphere, but it's, and this is my interpretation, it is a sphere that goes around the cube. Now, geometry must dance, yes or no?
This right here.
Yeah. Now, watch this. Yeah, of course.
The Earth has to be a sphere. I'm just saying.
Okay, that's your opinion, and I will let you have that, but I'm telling you this. When you go to etymology, do you know what a globe means? I'm going to tell you what it means. Globe?
No, I actually don't.
Okay, now I'm going to help you out with that. I'm not damning your understandings. Globe means a sphere about the earth. That means a roundabout. Roundabout now. Remember those little country dances and everyone goes in a little circle line? Okay. It literally is telling you that the globe is movement around the earth. So that's what I have researched. If that means anything to you, go to etymology and look up what a globe means. I can dance with you on the globe thing. I have no problem. And I'm not going to call you names. I'm not going to, you and I are laughing. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say, oh, you're a devil worshiper. Oh, you aren't awake. And who cares about that, right? We don't have to agree to always agree, but we should try.
Yeah, I mean, the real thing is, like, you got to just make sure you don't, like, let stupid disagreements on, like, things that are, like, really irrelevant become, like, fucking, like, things that people are killing people over.
Oh, for sure. Stupid. Oh, you're right, man. I'll tell you this right now. I said the saddest thing that I see right now is that there are many people who still, for example, eat meat. I don't eat meat, okay?
I do.
There are people, okay, bless you. There are people who still, they believe in a spinning globe, okay. All these things. There are people who do these things but are very talented. They're good at music, maybe. They're a martial artist. Maybe they're a sniper. Maybe, they're a scientist. Okay, so as opposed to, calling names of these people, which the truth movement has to stop this stuff because, listen, the Illuminati is really good at one thing that the truth community is not. They are good at tricking you and thinking they're divided. They're all controlled opposition. They're all of one damn bloodline. It is called this in the Mahabharata. You have the Pandavas, so-called good family, and you have the Kauravas, the Illuminati, the dark villain family. Why in ancient history would you have a villain for the good people? Why can't we just have good people? It's called negative and positive can come together and do what? I don't know. Give love, go to the Vatican and just stand there holding hands. MMA people, battle rappers, football athletes, scientists, anyone, dancers, we are just there and we're giving them mantras and talking truth and loving, not being aggressive because we can't beat them physically. My brother, how many people have died that knew martial arts? Were good at Vikings, for God's sake. Are you kidding me? Druids that could cut your head off in a second with a word and into magic. Your Romans are a unique, talented, inverted twin of you and me, yes or no? That's real shit. And the sooner we understand that, how serious it is, and if you attack them and go, Illuminati's all bad, Rothschilds, pedophiles, we know this. The minute you only do, I'm not saying you, but the minute the truth community only likes that version of, or it's a gender thing, it's really a man, okay, that is happening. But when you only do one version, what you are doing is this.
Yeah, in other words.
Yeah, you are feeding your own evil twin an understanding of your damn self, and they know you. They know you. They know the grid of the earth. Why? Because like Santos Bonacci said, who you know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who Santos Bonacci says, they come from under the earth. I believe this. Yes. I believe that. I also believe that they are jealous because we are a human upgrade. Why is there a goddamn new phone every year, an upgrade, a new video game? Went from Atari 1-bit to Atari 2000 bits. All right. There is a entity that hates love, hates light. I believe it's from under the earth that is jealous of the middle creations, the humans, the ones of Hu means light, they're jealous. We have reptilian brain and a cerebrum. I believe they only have reptilian brain, and they have to have us sell out. They have to have us join their record labels and their movie contracts. They have to have us sign to give our high chakras to their low ones. This is a good build. Why selling out is vital for the devil or the demon. So don't do it. Go independent. If you only have one viewer, God bless you. You have good karma. Who cares about being platinum? How many of them die young, brother? Big L, Tupac, so-called, and broke. That's not hot. Tupac apparently died at 26. Biggie, I know there was all kinds of Freemasonic games going on there, but that is not something that's successful. Successful is being 90 years old. Okay, you're still crapping yourself, you're missing your teeth, but you can still, right, talk that shit and keep your bloodline relevant. And you remember when you know James was like when he was 2 years old and he said his first whatever about the sun, and I was there for that, and now I'm 90 and I remember you when you were 2 years old. This is what the truth community or the movement must embrace, is being humble. Even me, I can be a bit of a dick. Okay. I know that though.
I don't. My ego gets the fuck out of control a lot of times, but like always in a kind of playfulish manner, because I can curse like this at people and just like they'll be smiling too. And it's just like I don't do it out of like I'm not like I don't attack people. I just try to go with the flow. And you know, the second guy that I coached or guided or whatever you want to say, he was actually a priest, and he said to me, he's like, you know, I'm a Christian. I was like, no, that's okay. I'm raised Catholic, and you know, wouldn't you rather just know what the fucking truth is? And like, or do you still want to just believe this nonsense bullshit that's like fucking like retarded or ridiculous or whatever you want to say? See, I caught myself kind of.
Well, I'll tell you the reason why I'm also sensitive to that word is, see,
he left the church after a week.
Because you knew how to do it. But I'm going to tell you also why these words do have power. Now, I know racism is bullshit. The only time I knew that I was black, I was a ballet dancer, Boston Ballet. When I found out that I was black was when I wanted to do classical ballet. They told me, oh, you're black and you should do African. I'm like, my mom is white. I'm like, my sister's white. My niece is white. I'm like, what? Okay. The reason why these words hold power is because of this. When we start to look at the history of name calling, for example, let's say you were a video individual in the gangster or street rap hip hop industry, it'd be like me right away saying like, oh, that's a low life. He drinks a lot and does drugs and is at strip clubs. And no, you're actually awake. So we got to be careful. Also, I taught ballet to a child who had Down syndrome. And calling someone a retard who might have Down syndrome, right, is like calling them a nigga or a honky or a redneck. Now, we know we mean well. I'm not giving you a lecture. But I'll tell you this. These words just need to be, as opposed to me spanking you, I am just...
Also, the intention behind it.
Of course. So I'll tell you this. So I was on a podcast yesterday, too. And it was a customer of mine. A lawyer. Okay? Funny as hell. He loves my energy, you know what I mean? I tell him truth when I'm in the booth, you feel me? He's like, dude, I have to have you on my podcast. I mentioned urine therapy on his podcast. He had no problem with it. I mentioned all this deep ass stuff. And then I said to him, I said, are you religious? He goes, yeah, I'm Lutheran. I said, may I share something with you about Christianity? He goes, of course. I said, well, pull your phone out, sir, because I want you to see this. That's okay. I said, please go to Revelation, the verse that says, I, Jesus, am the root of David, the bright and shining morning star. He goes, okay. Boom, he finds it. I said, now just focus your mind on morning star.
New Testament.
There you go. Then I said, right. Then I said, sir, could you please go to etymology.com? He goes, okay, no problem. But it's fun. I said, sir, could you please punch in Lucifer? He says, sure. He goes, oh, I see Satan, morning star. I see Venus. I said, good. I said, sir, could you please go to phosphorus? Why I'm drinking my urine, and I don't care if you think it's gross, those watching. If you eat fast food,
Manny Pacquiao did that shit.
woo! Manny Pacquiao, God bless him. Now, watch this. The guy goes to phosphorus etymology. I said, do you see morning star, sir? He goes, yeah. And then I said, scroll down. Do you see urine? He goes, no, I can't find that. I said, keep going. He goes, oh, I see urine. And I stopped there. And I said, do you now maybe see why I do the urine therapy? He goes, yeah, that's, I could see. And I'm not, he's like, yo, dude, he's actually awake. He's like, he is woke. He's into like biohacking. He's changed his diet. He's almost there. He's into like ancient Ireland stuff and Viking shit. But when it comes to astrology and etymology, even people in the truth community who follow Santos, a lot of them are still like, I don't really hear that. I'm like, you have to. It's in etymology. It is the root word. How does anything grow, James?
From the roots.
The root, baby. This is a hip hop group, is it not? Fuck. Okay, Alex Haley, the book called The Roots. Are you kidding me? Oh, but I have the root of my tooth. So how did it become a damn
root canal the other day?
Woo! You had a root canal?
Yeah.
Now Santos also had one of those, and it almost killed him. So
well, yeah, because it leaves a fucking one of those whatever that can travel to your heart and kill you.
Hold on one second.
Like, well, last time I got a tooth pulled instead, just so I didn't have to get a root canal. But that one was too close to the front.
So, if you don't mind, this is really funny. So, I am doing an interview right now with a guy who knows a rapper who knows 50 Cent, Jada Kiss, and Styles P. Do you mind being in the camera right now, my brother? This right here, this is my homie.
What's up?
We have at least 3 or 4 songs about esoteric stuff. I met him as a cashier. He was following me on Instagram. He knows Santos too. Very woke dude, very humble man. Great DJ, MC, vegan. Boom. So I'm just grateful. He comes over like Kramer and shit, but a conscious Kramer. Like, you feel me? Like I'm so happy right now. You have no idea. This is what I want in my life. Talking to people, not just doing videos, you feel me? And like, boom. And our group is called, I'll send you the I think I gave you some of the. I'll send you our stuff. It's called the Oment, OMENT.
Yeah.
So, what were we saying before? Oh yeah, the root canal. You want to be careful with that stuff. And if you're still eating flesh, I don't judge you, but I would definitely recommend enema flush.
Yeah, sins of the flesh. That's fucking eating meat, not fucking.
Well, the sexual energy that we have been given was taught incorrectly. So I think we should just at least be sort of more compassionate to ourselves for our lust. We were told that we have an organ only, and then you have birth control, and then you have sperm, and then a baby comes out, and then there's a condom, and then no, it's far more complicated than this. Like, everything we have is sacred. And then we were introduced to Disney and phallic symbols. Mickey Mouse's hand.
I just want to take this now. The food dogs, right? What's right there?
The what? Sorry.
Right there, under his paw. It's the secret to everything. And what under this one? It's a baby.
Oh, what are you showing though? What image is it?
The tetragrammaton.
Ah.
Yod Hey Vav Hey.
My man has said yo hey.
He said what?
Yo hey vav hey?
Yod Hey Vav Hey.
Yod hey vav hey is your tetragrammaton in Hebrew, right?
In Hebrew.
It's YHWVH and shit? Yeah.
I was doing a whole bunch of I'm trying to find it right now.
I can't actually. I'm keeping the video on my face because if I change it, I'll lose the video. So I know you're showing me stuff, but I'll tell you this: the tetragrammaton or the Yod Heva He, it forms a pyramid. It is a fact. Now, this is where we must be careful with attacking the Illuminati and Freemasons and calling them all bad shit. We got to be careful. In the human anatomy, you have medulla pyramids. Medulla pyramids, you have an anal triangle, and you have literally pyramid kidneys. We have the geometry of the so-called Illuminati Jay-Z people. These are artists, art in heaven, that are creatively selling their souls to show us that are awake that we have the potential to not do that, to stay our path, to not need someone to say you're a dope rapper, you're a dope MC, you're the greatest vegan, you're so clean. We don't need anyone's opinion, and we don't need anyone's goddamn compliments.
There's only one science, it's just how you're using it.
There's only one science, it's just how you are using it. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Now, what do you want to add, brother? We have about 10 more minutes left here.
All right, if you take here on this triangle, I don't know if I got it in the shot, but
they can't see you. They can only see my face, but just describe what you're saying and keep going. You're good.
All right, so you got 5, and then you got 6, 5, and then so there's 3 5s, another 5, then there's 2 6s, and then 4 10s. Comes to 72, which when you flip that's the 72 faces of God. You put it there, and you got the Merkaba, and that gives you 144, and then takes it to 516.
144 is 9 again.
1152. And all those are the numbers that are all like fucking in the biblical fucking things.
But let me go back to when I mentioned the Industrial Revolution and how we are in serious trouble with your Terminator people, your Attack of the Clone people, your special effects people. Okay, Industrial Revolution in Pythagoras, the letters I and R equal 9. 9 and 9 is 18, goes back to 9, is known to be a selfish number, apparently. The Yesod in the Kabbalah is the 9th sphere. It's your huhu, the 9. It's not all evil, but it's your low chakra. But the low chakra gives you the high shokma or highest kefir or the crown, right?
Well, everything, all numbers go back to 9. So if you take, if it's like 13, like say you have like, you could take any number, it always either reduces to 9 or adds up to 9. Yeah. So if it's like 13, that 1 and 3 is 4. That's 4 away from 9, and you could do any number like that.
Well, if you take the Kabbalistic tree and you break it into 4 pieces and squash it down in 3 dimensions, and then you take 4 more for the polarity, squash them together, you get a tetragrammaton. 8 things become 9. That's the 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 equals 36 equals 9.
Woo! Damn, ring! Whoa!
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to go back to sort of the 9. The reason why I mentioned my IR letters now, because you said 72 and 144, which took us back to this whole conversation.
You know, Fox is 666.
Yeah, of course, yes.
That's my name.
That's his name, Andrew Fox.
I was thinking more Fox News, but
what are the odds he would come while I'm talking to someone who's an artist and is waking up and is woke? And what are the odds that he picked this time and we're both in the industry kind of doing music and shit or whatever? I mean, this is ridiculous. I mean, I'm telling you, listen, anyone watching this is probably one of the most powerful videos that I will have in my life, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful because I'm teaching people you don't have to plan everything. You don't have to.
I said that earlier. Like, I don't plan anything.
Right. You don't need an organizer or a trapper keeper. Remember that when you were a kid, the trapper keeper? And now we have the trap music. And who's this guy, Travis Scott? People are dying at his concert. Travis Scott is Tupac Shakur and Taylor Swift. Don't play with me.
Like, those people did it to themselves. Like like, come on, start trampling other people. Like, that's just retarded.
Well, we have some people in the community that are saying that it was a psyop and that they didn't really die. Now, I don't know for a fact, but I'll tell you this. Astro World, his little Astro World is Adam Weishaupt letters, who founded your Illuminati, a.k.a. Ibit Freemason, a.k.a. Ibit a Jesuit, a.k.a. to be deceitful, a.k.a. Pope Francis is a Jesuit, and they are all saying that they are God, but not you. We all have a solar plexus. We stop right there. Is the Sunday school that makes us officially, by default, mystical or godlike. If you're an atheist, you're in trouble. I love you. If you're an atheist, you're in trouble. The letter A-T-H, are you kidding me? Hathor, Hat, the house of Horus. I could dance with any letter and try to show people who are confused, Confucius, that it is better to agree today, homie, because whether we believe in it or not, we are dying, honeys. Suicide rates, mental health, chronic pain. You have CPRS. Andrew has stuff he's dealing with. He's lost loved ones, and he's had to see crazy shit. It's time for us to just say, hey, can we meet on a common ground? Can we do something creatively? Or do you have any talents? Before you call me a name, because I didn't agree with you, can we find, you feel me? Can we find one bullet in your chamber and go to the Vatican, go to the Freemasonic lodges, and say, hey, what's up? I don't want to go to a crypt. I don't want to go to a blood. I don't want to battle them. I don't want to battle rap you. I want to battle rap a Freemason with scholarly wisdom. I don't want to hate them either. I want to go say, hey, sir, Freemason. Hey, Pope there. I have a lunate moon bone in my wrist. In etymology, lunate means the moon. Why didn't you tell me this, Pope? What is Vicarus Philly Day? It's called Philadelphia. I'm from Philadelphia, Pope. Can I also be a son of God? Who's that one? Make sure that one doesn't.
Ring my Liberty Bell.
Yeah, the Liberty Bell. Libation. We drink to feel good. In the afterlife, Egyptians saw beer and wheat as sacred things. So what happened with Bud Light and the heavy metals in this?
Oh. Well, you know the whole Moses story going up to on that mountain? He actually went up to a temple, and it makes sense. If he was part of the royal family, he knew where their fucking temples were, and especially this temple where, I mean, this stuff was found in the soil in Arizona and shit like that. But this temple has all this white powder in it. They made gold. They made cakes. They called it bread, but it was gold mixed with frankincense and myrrh. I'm
wearing gold, platinum. Buy your gold and copper.
They ate this shit.
Yep.
And they could go. They called it the Field of Mufkut. And they could travel in different dimensions. Like, they have this technology now. They are using it, and you can teleport. Like,
dude, I told you.
Have you heard of Lawrence Gardner?
No, I have not. But I only have like 2 minutes left, but I really want to hone in again on the link of your phone. And Raekwon and Ghostface. How does that? It's only built for Cuban link.
Uh-huh.
Cuba is the cube, Earth the cube in geometry. Watch me cook this shit. Earth is the cube of the Cuba link, the links of your phone. Everyone go to the links of every video and every selfie you take, and it will blow your mind where it will take you. It is an infinite journey. It'll take you to NASA. It'll take you to satellites, so-called, that are under the water. They don't float around over the dome. It's ridiculous. It will take you to temples of Egypt. I've been there. Temples of Greece, Zeus, Apollo. My link's taking me there. Buddha temples. Links take. Why there? And today, it took me to the only Arabic sacred graveyard in Israel. That's just a coincidence. So I only have I don't know how many seconds left. So I want to say Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Shiva Boom Om JHE, Andrew and James. And anyone watching this, please, what do you have to offer? What are we here for? And we want to agree to agree. And creatively, with love and our God-given light from our solar plexus, show those that have been poisoning us with McDonald's and porn culture that we're going to be here forever. As KRS-One said, we will be here forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. I thought he was a Freemason. And I'm stopping it there.